Hi everyone, I'm Lafir and we're playing King Arthur's Legends Rise. So in today's video, I'll be creating a guide on the Tarrasque, the Shrine of Storms. So I managed to clear stage 9 using this new team. So let me show you what is this team comprises of. So this team consists of Lancelot, Morgan, Sarah as well as Gillien. So let's go through their roles and responsibilities. So I have Lancelot in the leader position to provide the attack speed increased by 20%. This is quite beneficial to allow your heroes to go first into the battlefield to do their preemptive attack before Tarrasque can attack your heroes and deal significant amount of AoE damage to your heroes here. And then apart from that, right, Lancelot has a capability of applying HP burn through his A3 ability known as the Burning Flame. Attacks all enemies 2 times, total damage is 68% of his attack and 3% of his max HP, but the most important thing is 60% chance for each hit to inflict burn for 1 turn. And let's say if he is not able to use his A3 because of lack of vigor, he will go back to using his lacerating slashes, his A1 ability, to also inflict some burn. So he is primarily there for his attack speed aura, but he also brings in a nice dot to deal massive amount of damage to the boss. So you do not need to be him really high in attack, critical damage. The HP burn will do the job of dealing high amount of damage. Next on the list will be the 3 ladies here. Let's start with the lady in the white hair, who is known as Morgan. So I'm using her flame relic. Her flame relic is really great against Tarrasque because it allows her to decrease the attack gauge of all enemies, including his arms, the left and right arms, by 10%. And she also has a unique passive skill, right, that can also reduces the attack gauge further and also apply the decreased defense. So as you can see here, when using any skill, it inflicts defense decrease 2, as well as damage taken 3 for 1 turn. So our heroes here will be able to do more damage. And then when using skill 2, reduces attack gauge by 45%. But this one is on a 3 turn cooldown, so we want her to go really fast, so we can reduce the cooldown quickly. And then Sarah here is to apply the buff disruption using her agonizing cuts passive skill. When using her default ability skill 1, grants buff disruption for 2 turns. This will block the boss from receiving any buffs from his arms, the left and right arms, and also grants attack gauge disruption. Basically, the boss will not receive any attack gauge from his arms. And then finally, we have Gillien, who is our secondary supporter, who is a healer as well as a decreased attack gauge like Morgan. So if you look at the Tarrasque, right, there's quite an interesting mechanic that he has here. So as you can see on his left arm, we charge Tarrasque attack gauge by 60%. So we use Sarah attack gauge disruption, right, to prevent this left arm from charging the boss, the main body boss, to have more attack gauge so he can attack your heroes. So we want to prevent that. That's why we bring in Sarah. And apart from that, if you notice, when the left arm tries to attack, right, he will also grants defense increase 2 to Tarrasque. So by applying the buff disruption to Tarrasque, right, the boss will not receive this defense increase 2, making it easier for your heroes to do more damage to Tarrasque. The right arm will be the one who's be inflicting a lot of damage because it's based on the attack speed. The boss at this stage, right, of stage 9 and stage 10, and as well as stage 8, right, the boss is really fast. So the more speed he has, right, the more damage he can do to you. So we want to decrease the attack gauge of these both arms to prevent it from attacking you. And as well as this right arm, right, it has also a passive skill that grants it with an attack increase 2 to Tarrasque, the main body. So Sarah plays a very important role in this team. Although she's not like a primary healer, she's there to inflict these 2 useful negative effects on the boss. And then the boss will have this one. The boss have this is survival instinct. This is his Achilles heels, his main weakness. 100% chance to trigger upon gaining attack gauge. So whenever you trigger decrease his attack gauge, right, you will further decrease his attack gauge by 30%. So although Morgan's A2 ability is only decreasing like 10. This will also top up, means 10% plus 30% here, it will be 40% decrease attack gauge. Alright, so that's basically the mechanics of Tarrasque. You just want to decrease the attack gauge consistently to prevent both the left and right arms from taking its turn. Same goes with the main body, and using dodge to take down the boss slowly but surely. Alright, so let me repeat the battle. So I've already run this battle for multiple times and it's working fine. And you need to prioritize attacking the boss. We do not want the boss. We want Sarah to cast her A1 ability onto the boss itself, not to the arms. So let me show you the skill order priority or skill order settings here. So for Gillien, you just want her to prioritize on the A2 so that she consistently heal and also decrease the attack gauge of the arms and the main body. Sarah, will leave it as auto, because on auto, right, she will use her A1 when there's not many allies hurt. If there's many allies hurt, right, she'll use her A2 or A3 depending on how much vigor the body has. But she will consistently use her A1. And then for Morgan, you want to prioritize on the A2 to decrease the attack gauge of all of the enemies here. And finally, Lancelot, we want to prioritize on the A3 to apply HP burn as well as his A1 to apply HP burn. His A2 does not really help in this battle because it only stun enemies, and all of the enemies here cannot be stunned. Okay, so Morgan go first to decrease the attack gauge because she's the fastest in the team. Then I made Sarah also quite fast to apply the buff disruption. So as you can see here, right, this is the attack gauge disruption buff and the buff disruption for 2 turns. So let's say if Sarah missed her turn to consistently use her A1, right, due to the AoE damage dealt by the enemy to heal her allies, you not need to worry that much because it's a 2-turn skill buff duration. And one thing that I learned about Tarrasque is Tarrasque has a very high evasion rate. So if you want to deal damage, like let's say if your Lancelot want to do some damage to this boss, right, you need to build up his hit accuracy at least around about 20% above. 30% would be a nice spot to not miss the body because sometimes he can evade. As you notice, right, there was a miss. So I have already tested. The amount of hit accuracy needed is around about 50% to not miss at all. The hit accuracy is required if you want to do direct damage to the boss rather than the HP burn. But having sufficient hit accuracy and effect accuracy at the same time, right, allows Lancelot to do damage consistently to the boss. Right, so as you can see, the boss arm managed to take his turn, but it does not apply that attack increase to the boss when it's attacking because of the help of Sarah's buff disruption there. Most of my heroes here are, I think, above 200 except for Lancelot. Morgan's speed is around about 218. Sarah is 200 plus. I think Gillien is around 200 plus as well. Sometimes, right, the boss will go first even though your Morgan is 218 speed. Sometimes your hero will go first. I'm not sure what's wrong with the speed tuning there. Is it the boss speed is also exactly same as 218 or not? Now the boss is close to 50% HP. So whenever the boss takes his turn, right, then the HP burn will take to do some damage. So right now Lancelot is trying to stack as much burn and dot taken debuff on the enemy. So once the boss takes his turn, right, then we'll be able to see the HP burn damage. So that took around about 10% or 15% HP of the boss. This will take a while. You can also use a manual way to manual the boss battle, but it's pretty tiring as you need to keep on changing the switching the shortcut keys. So I'd rather create an full auto team so I can do something else in the background. Okay, the boss is around about 40% HP left. And our heroes are full HP, so there's no significant danger. We can take at least two AoE attacks from the boss. Okay, the boss has created a shield. We want to deplete that shield as fast as possible, because the right arm, right, will make use of the shield. You'll translate the shield into extra damage, and then also boosting the attack gauge of the main body by 100%. So we do not want this to happen. Okay, the boss took the turn before his right arm. That's when the HP burn ticks. Alright, let's check out the battle stats. This one took around about 4 minutes, but if I manual the run, right, it's around about 3 minutes and 19 seconds. But you're using another hero, Rosier. It's basically like Rosier, Morgan, Sarah, and Gillien, but the run is not so consistent. So let me show you the battle stats here. We have like Lancelot dealing the most damage at 77%, followed by Morgan at 20%. Then Sarah is 2% and Gillien is 1%. Most of the healing is done by Gillien here, and Sarah is primarily focusing using her A1 ability. These are the offense. 388,000 damage dealt. The highest is 4,713, I think, from the HP burn. And then 1 kill on the main body. 102 HP burn debuff and with a mixture of dot taken. Okay, this is the defense stats. Most of the damage taken by Sarah because she's a neutral affinity. I wonder how well she does with a flame relic. Because flame relic, right, she'll receive 50% less damage. And these are the skill use. Alright, so let me show you how I build each of these hero, so that you can auto run this battle rather than manualing it to save time. Alright, so let's start off with Lancelot. My Lancelot is around about level 58. I'm currently using him in Gorgos to farm the gold as well as EXP potions. So he will reach to level 60 at no time. So let's check out his stats first. So I'm building him at 162 attack speed, 50% critical rate, 57% effect accuracy. Ideally, you want it to have around about 70%. And then 19,000 HP, 2,491 attack, 1,900 defense. But the most important thing is if you want his direct attack to deal damage, right, you need to improve his hit accuracy. This one. The stats affects the likelihood of the hero's attacking landing is affected by the target's evasion stat. So Tarrasque has a very high evasion stat. That's why if you notice during the battle, like Morgan, Gillien, and Sarah keep on missing. That's why although they miss, right, but the most important thing is they land their debuff, their negative effect. That's why they need effect accuracy instead. I don't need them to do damage, but I just need them to land those negative effects. For Lancelot, since he's a damage dealer, I need to build him with some hit accuracy. Okay. So he doesn't have any chivalry, but if he has, then he'll benefit from these things. I wonder which thing. Oh, once you get him to chivalry tree, right, he'll be able to land another different type of dot, which is known as lightning strike. This one will be quite good. It also reduces the critical rate of the enemy and also deals 5% damage per turn. So if you want to build more dots, right, you need to get his chivalry tree here. So I think next time I will farm more of those legendary memory stones to get his chivalry tree. His chivalry 4 will be also quite nice. It increases the duration of dot inflicted on a single enemy by 1 turn. This is also quite nice. So chivalry 3, minimum chivalry 4 is the best. Can you please stop knocking on your equipment? Okay, upon receiving dot inflicts lightning strike on a single enemy for 1 turn. I think chivalry 8 is not necessary, but at least chivalry 3 or chivalry 4. He has some skill level ups. for his Presage Rainstorm, this one is not required. Then the Lake's Grace, this one is for his survivability, also not required. And then next one is Knight of the Lakes Challenge. This one is nice. This one increases the duration of his dot taken increase. This one will be better. He has the Third Awakening to get to unlock the Op slot. And he's level 58. Let's check out his equipment. So he has a Vigor set that helps him recharge his Vigor by 1, and Accuracy set to gain this 30% additional accuracy. So for me, right, how I build Lancelot is just focus on his effect accuracy, attack speed, these two first, and then followed by hit accuracy and attack and critical rate. Then the rest will be bonus. So this is his Vigor helmet, Vigor cuirass, Vigor boots, Vigor necklace with attack percentage primary stats. This is a critical rate accuracy earrings. And then we have attack speed accuracy ring. For his belt, he has an effect accuracy, which is quite nice. Hopefully I can get a 5 or 6 star to improve his effect accuracy even further. And then he has this hit accuracy or previously I was using an attack speed, but I find that he keeps on missing too many times. So instead of having more speed, right, I just replace with hit accuracy orb. This is the full detail equip settings here. And for his relics, I managed to get it to level 55. I just awaken it and also advance it. Okay, there's no skill upgrades yet. Hopefully I can get some skill books to increase the burn rate. At least for the A3 to 70% or 80%. Okay, that's basically it for Lancelot. The next hero would be Morgan. So this is Morgan's stats, attack speed. Yeah, this time I made Morgan even faster to try to counter Tarrasque speed, but unfortunately, right, Tarrasque is still quite fast even at 218 speed, so I push it to 221 speed. But sometimes Tarrasque will go first, sometimes Morgan goes first. So I still don't know what is the right speed or right base speed of Tarrasque. That's why to resolve this issue, right, I just bring in Lancelot and push him in a leader position to gain additional attack speed. So she has a Vigor charge of 2 for the 6.85% critical rate. Effect accuracy is 61%. Attack is 2379 and HP is 22,941. So for her, I just prioritize on the attack speed and effect accuracy, then followed by critical rate attack percentage to do some damage. But her hit accuracy is pretty low, so I think Tarrasque is the only boss with the highest evasion. So I'll just prioritize on creating a hero, a dedicated hero like Lancelot just for Tarrasque. So she has a Chivalry tree that changes Score of Thorns activation condition to when attacking. But hopefully I'll try to get her to Chivalry 4 to help me with the Forbidden Dungeon, because she pairs really well with Merlin, who can freeze, and then this will help to further reduce the attack gauge of the enemies with this thing. She has some skill level ups here, Veil of Night, Lightning Vortex, as well as the Skull of Thorns. Hopefully I can get one more upgrade on the Skull of Thorns, then I can call it a day. These are her Awakenings, third star to unlock the Op slot, and she's level 60. Okay, let's quickly go through her equipment. So she's get in a vegan accuracy set. I will not be going through in detail of her equipments because I've been covering her equipment like multiple times in the previous videos. Okay, so you just need to prioritize on the effect accuracy and attack speed. That's all that matters. And then some critical rate and attack if in case you want to do some damage with her. Okay, these are her full stats here. Relics, level 60, 4th Awakening. I managed to get it to level 5 Sitting Eruption. So probably I try to farm even more relic skill tomes from the Pseudonos, is it Pseudonos or Chrome Crotch Chrome Crutch Master of Apocalypse to get more upgrades here. Because this one is really nice for Forbidden Dungeon. But her A2 is already maxed out. This one is mainly for Tarrasque. You need a really consistent high success rate to decrease the attack gauge of the boss. Okay, that's basically it for Morgan. Now moving on to Sarah. So I've now specialized Sarah just for Tarrasque because I have other heroes covering other areas of the dungeon. So I just need her to specialize for this dungeon with the help of her unique passive skill. So let's quickly go through Sarah's stats. So what changes that I made for her is I increased her attack speed because I want her to be fast, and then I want her to have a very high effect accuracy. This one is quite a lot, 83.26%. I want it to land on the boss to prevent the boss from gaining any attack increase or defense increase buff, as well as preventing the attack gauge from being delivered from his left arm to the main body. So I just prioritize on the attack speed and effect accuracy, similar to how I built Morgan, but instead of critical rate and attack, I'll build her with some HP so she can heal her allies at the same time. Okay, her recovery is pretty low now. Previously I made it to 56% for the Algae dungeon, but now I have Tyrion to cover that spot. So now I use Sarah specifically for this dungeon. Okay, so that's basically the detailed stats for Sarah. And let's quickly go through the chivalry. So I'm currently having her at 6 chivalry to gain that 10% HP. But the rest of this one does not really help much in Tarrasque. So I'll just keep the memory stones for now for other rare heroes. Her passive skills are all maxed out. That's why we need to have this one to be maxed out for the agonizing cards. You need to farm a lot of the Sononos Master of Death boss to get this skill fully maxed out. For her first passive skill, it doesn't help that much because the boss in Tarrasque does not really apply debuff. So this one can be skipped. She has the 4th Awakening. By getting to the 6th Awakening, right, then she'll be able to unlock the banner slot. Okay, that's basically it for Sarah. Let's check out her equipment. So I'm gearing her in a speed and accuracy set. I'm currently lacking a lot of vigor set, so now I need to use the leftover gears that I found from the Yaskal Hack dungeon, stage 9. And I found that I have a lot of the speed set, right? So I just use it as it is. So these are the gears. This is a speed helmet with attack speed. This is a speed cuirass. This is a speed boots. This is the effect accuracy necklace. This is the flat stats HP accuracy earrings. And then we have a HP percentage accuracy ring. If I were to farm more vigor sets, right, farming the vigor moonlight resources from the campaign, then I'll be able to build another vigor set for Sarah. So this will allow Lancelot to keep on spamming his A3 ability. Then these are the keepsakes for Sarah. Strive Serpent Belt with an effect accuracy. And then we have an attack speed orb. Okay. So now I don't have much stamina. So maybe if I farm a few more days for the vigor set, then I'll be able to craft another set for Sarah here. Hopefully to get this attack speed. The most important thing is attack speed and effect accuracy. Okay, I think that's basically it for Sarah. For her relics, I'm just using the Storm Relic because I don't have the Flame Relic for Tarrasque. So since Frost Relic, right, will take 25% more damage, that's why I just use her Storm one for Tarrasque. There's no skill upgrades for this. Okay, and that's basically it for Sarah. And let's move on to our final hero, who is Gillien. So Gillien is our supporter hero, who is a mixed bag, who has the ability to reduce attack gauge like Morgan, and also heal like Sarah. So let's check out her info. So I made her a bit fast, close to 200 speed now, at 198 speed, 56.5% accuracy, 28,000 HP, 2,205 defense. Okay, these are her detailed stats here. She does not have much recovery. This 10% is from her chivalry, A2 I believe. Okay. So let's check out her chivalry. She has a chivalry 1 to increase the duration of the abnormal status by 2, but the most important thing is the recovery. Hopefully we can get to unlock these 2 more, so you can see it can provide more benefits. This one is basically additional target to grant her ally with an additional attack gauge boost. Her skill level up is all everywhere. I'm hoping to get, what's this? Harvest energy. This one is to trigger the overhealing. This one would be nice to reduce the cooldown. And then we have the flexible diplomacy. Yeah, this one is the best for Tarrasque. After healing an ally, 70% chance to recharge the attack gauge of 30% of a random ally by 1. So if I happen to upgrade this skill, then we'll be able to recharge 2 allies at the same time. This one's already maxed out. This one is also quite nice. 100% chance to reduce the attack gauge of 2 random enemies by 30%. But right now it's only 80% success rate. She's the 3rd awakening, fully level 60. Let's check out her gears. Similar to Morgan, Gillien is in a vigor and accuracy set. This is her vigor helmet, vigor cuirass, vigor boots, vigor necklace, HP percentage accuracy earrings, and then an attack speed accuracy ring. She has an attack speed orb as well. And finally, she has a effect accuracy immortal set belt. Okay, these are her full detailed equipment settings. Currently, I'm not able to use her storm, her frost relic for Tarrasque because she will die too easily in one hit due to the AoE nuke from the Tarrasque. So I had to use her flame relic for that area of the dungeon. So far, there's no skill upgrades for her flame relic because most of the flame relic upgrades is all given to Morgan. Alright, so that's basically it for all of these 4 heroes who are Lancelot, our pure damage, our damage dealer and HP burner. Then we have Morgan, our attack gauge decreaser, Sarah as our buff disruptor and attack gauge disruptor, and then we have Gillien, who is a healer as well as an attack gauge disruptor. So that's basically my team. If you have a better team than mine, you can share in the comments section below. I'd love to see what you guys are also using, so I can experiment those teams as well to see which one works best for my account. I've also seen some videos that they also have a free-to-play team which uses Morgan, Sarah, and then one damage dealer like Kay or Rosier, and then they use an uncommon hero who is Alan. My Alan is not built that well, but the most important thing is he doesn't have the skill upgrades needed for this one. My one is only 50% chance. If I happen to get him to 70%, right, that would be better. So if you guys already built him, right, and have sufficient resources, then build this guy in case if you do not have Gillien in your account. So I just built my Alan, and I've also tested him, but he's not consistently decreasing the attack gauge of the enemy because of this one. I need to improve his attack gauge decrease rate on his A2, so that it will be a 80% chance to reduce the attack gauge. Wait, is it 80%? 15, 15, 30, 35, 85% chance. So he has a higher success rate to apply the attack gauge compared to Gillien. Plus, his A3 ability has the ability to decrease to apply the attack speed decrease. So Alan is much better in terms of Gillien, provided if you max out his skills, his flame relic skills, then he'll work really well. But I think this one you need to manual because you need to switch between his A3 as well as A2. let's say once you're able to successfully place 2 decreased attack speed on the enemy, then you want to spam his A2 ability to keep on decreasing the attack gauge of the enemy. But this means you will not be able to use Lancelot, because if you are able to keep the enemy down consistently, right, then the enemy will not be able to take those HP burns or those burn dots. Okay, I think that's basically it for this video. Hopefully you learned a thing or two. If you found this video helpful, do give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to my YouTube channel, you can click on the subscribe button so that you'll never miss a new video that I upload on this channel. And if you'd like to support me, I have a link, the Netmarble link in the comment section pinned as well, so that you can go there and also support me there. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.